Hi everyone, today we're making Bengali style chicken cutlets or chicken Kabiraji. If you care to indulge, this is the snack for you. Delicious and light crumb fried chicken cutlets are coated in a crispy egg nest or a mesh of lacy egg coating. It's absolutely delicious. This is a popular street food that is quite simple to make at home. So let's get started. For this you need 300 grams of boneless chicken breast. What we're going to do, we're going to finely chop the chicken. You can do this by hand, but I find the mini chopper works really well. You don't want to use minced chicken. I find that finely chopped chicken gives better results. So we have finely chopped chicken like this, and to the same food processor we're going to add 10 large cloves of garlic. And we also need 2 pieces of ginger, 2 small pieces. You don't want as much ginger as you have garlic. Make sure it's less in quantity. And 2 long mild green chilies here. 4 or 5 tablespoons worth. I'm using mild green chilies. We're also going to add 2 red onions, and we're going to chop this as well. And for fresh herbs, we have a combination of a large handful of cilantro, that's coriander, and a large handful of parsley. We want to use both the herbs, and we're going to chop this all together till it's finely chopped. You can do this in batches if you need to. As you can see the texture, we have a nice finely chopped texture. Make sure you don't end up with a paste. So once all the ingredients are chopped finely like this, you can add the remaining ingredients. We're going to add about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. We're also going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. I added light brown sugar there, and 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. We also need 1 egg as the binding agent, and we're just going to mix this all lightly together till everything is mixed together nicely. Now these cutlets don't pack into a tight ball. They make rather loose patties, so you want to shape them loosely with your hands. You can put them on parchment paper, and you can also place them in the freezer for a while to help them set a little bit so that they're easier to dip in egg wash and breadcrumbs before you fry them. So for the egg wash, we have 3 eggs beaten with 2 tablespoons of water, and we also have breadcrumbs as needed. You can use fresh breadcrumbs or panko breadcrumbs. So you want to dip the cutlet, which is rather light and flimsy, so you need to be delicate here. Dip it in the egg wash first and then into the breadcrumbs. If you want to do a double dip, you can dip them in the breadcrumbs once, then dip them in the egg wash, and then dip them in the breadcrumbs once again. That's up to you. You can do it whatever you like. I just dip them in the egg wash once and in the breadcrumbs once. If you run out of breadcrumbs, you can use bread flour. I did run out of breadcrumbs today, and I used bread flour for the remaining cutlets, but I do like the texture of the breadcrumb fried cutlets much better. So you want to fry these till they're tender. Since the chicken is finely minced inside, it doesn't take too long. You want a nice dark golden color for the cutlet. It shouldn't be too light. And keep in mind that we will return these to the oil once again briefly to be fried along with the egg mesh that is going to coat the cutlets later. So you don't want to fry them too long. And here's a cutlet that I coated with bread flour instead of breadcrumbs. You can see the difference in the appearance. Still quite tasty, although I do prefer the breadcrumbs. And now to the remaining egg wash, what we're going to do, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of corn flour and beat this nicely with a couple of dashes of salt. And you can use fresh oil or to the remaining oil in the pan you want to make your egg mesh. Now I did use fresh oil because my oil had turned dark from all the breadcrumbs. So make sure the oil is on a low to medium heat, not too high, and with your hands you're going to make an egg mesh like this. Just move your hands up and down over the pan so that you create this lacy pattern, this mesh or a net, and it fries up quickly. And when it starts to get crisp, you want to place 1 cutlet over the egg mesh, and then you want to wrap it in the egg net so that it creates a nest or a net around the cutlet. The crispy egg nest around this cutlet makes it all the more yummier. Now you can use as much or as little egg as you want for each cutlet. I do find that a good quantity of crispy egg coating over each cutlet is much nicer in taste. So just repeat this till all your cutlets are done and the egg wash is used up. Don't forget to add the corn flour to the remaining egg wash before beating it once again with a little bit of salt, because this does make the egg nest crisper. It's also important not to forget the salt. So we fried all our Chicken Coverage Bengali Style Cutlets. They are so delicious. Serve this over a bed of shredded lettuce or cabbage with some onion rings, if you like, garnished with some parsley, and serve this with some green chutney. I will be sharing a delicious recipe for the best green chutney later on. So it's time to indulge in a delicious snack, Bengali style Chicken Kabiraji. We hope you enjoyed the quick video recipe. I hope you try the recipe and let me know if you do. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye!